Okay, I'm going to show you how I changed the headings in my the digital sports bingo cards from Jenni Bowlin. I used them as is for my son's baseball book, but I also changed some of the headings to personalize it even a little bit more. So what you want to do is open up one of the cards. Doesn't matter which one, but I'm choosing this one here. You want to right away save it to another name, which I did already because you don't want to change your original. Then we're going to do is put a rectangle, a black rectangle on top of this one that's here already. And I want to use the same color black that's in the card. So I'm going to go over to my color picker and I'm going to pick that black. It's not quite black, it's just a little bit different. And then I'm going to choose the rectangle and I am going to draw a rectangle on top of the card. So there it is over that. Then I'm going to type in the heading that I want. And the font that looks pretty good on these is Impact. So that's the font that I'm going to use. And I'm going to use the color white. And I'm going to type in caps, freshman. I'm going to do all of the high school years and use these to head up each of his years of high school baseball. I can resize it by highlighting the size here, highlighting the word, and then use my mouse to scroll up and down to change the size. And that looks good. So then I'm going to save that as a JPEG. And I'll save it as freshman card. So now I have one saved. And now I can make the next one. So I just highlight the type that I've already done, and I'm going to put sophomore in there. If I double click on that to select it, and then click on the size up here, I can use my mouse and use the scroll function on my mouse to go up and down. Or you can just change your point size in here or type it in right here. So this is what I'm going to do here, sophomore, and I'm going to save that. And next, I'm going to do the junior year. And you see how I'll make it a little bit bigger first. I'll show you another way you can make it bigger just by either choosing a size from there or typing a size in. I like that. But you do see how there's some spaces here. And on a lot of Jenni's cards, she has red stars also in the heading, which I really like. So I'm going to put a red star in there. And I'll show you a little trick of how I did that. The first thing that I want to do is pick my color red. I'm going to use text to put the star in there. So I'm going to pick this same red here. Whoops, it actually changed because that was selected, so it changed that. So I'm going to change that back to white. And I'm going to click over here so nothing else is selected now. And I'm going to choose from my color picker this color red. Now it's really hard to find a a nice looking star like Jenni has. This is such a traditional classic star, and it's really hard to find that as a photo on the web or anything. So I found a text which can make a star. And what it is if you type a capital Q, which I don't think you can see it because my layer is buried. So let me go over to my layers palette and bring it to the top. There's my capital Q. I'm going to highlight that and now change the font to Sun, Moon, and Stars, which was a free font that I found. Where I found it, I'll put a link in the post. And if you use the capital Q, you do get a star using the capital Q for Sun, Moon, and Stars. And it's your pretty classic star. That's a little bit too big for me, so I'm going to go down to a 30 point and see how that looks. Great. Now I go over to my layers palette here, and I'm going to right click and duplicate that layer, hit OK, and if I hold down the Shift key and click my Move button, I can move this over. Holding down the Shift key brings it over exactly straight at the same height as the other one. And there you go. There's my junior card with the 2 red stars. So I'm going to save that. As a JPEG. And then I'm going to type in my senior, and that looks good the way it is. And save that as a JPEG. Whoops. So here I have all 4 high school years as headings on these bingo cards. And I'm going to use them in my project for my son's baseball book. And I'll show you that also as I work on it and as it goes along. You can resize these, which I will do in a word processing program that I have, and you can resize them to any size that you want. All right, I hope that was clear. If you have any questions, just put them right into the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.